Scalloped potatoes are a classic, but what if I told you there's a creamier, cheesier, and downright tastier way to elevate them? Say hello to potatoes au gratin, and I've got a self-proclaimed potato expert to put it to the test. Now let's get into it. Heat a small saucepan on medium heat and melt down your butter. I'm then adding in 3 crushed garlic cloves and sauteing for about 30 seconds. I'm also adding in a mix of heavy cream and milk. The heavy cream is key to guarantee a nice creamy sauce, and what makes this cream sauce so delicious is fresh herbs. I like to use some sprigs of thyme and rosemary and a bay leaf. Add in your salt and pepper and simmer on low for 5 to 7 minutes so the cream becomes infused by the herbs. Remove the herbs and set your cream sauce aside. I've got 2.5 pounds of russet potatoes. You do want to use a high starch potato and not a waxy potato like, say, a red potato. The russet holds its shape and becomes nice and tender in the cream sauce. Ugh, all these potatoes, let's use my magic wand instead. I like to use a mandolin to slice the potatoes to just make everything super easy, but you can definitely slice by hand. I slice them about 1/8 of an inch thick. If you are using a mandolin, beware of the finger guillotine. Mine comes with a protective piece, which I highly suggest. For the cheese, I'm using the classic Gruyere and adding in some Parmigiano Reggiano, and it's super important to grate these yourself. The store-bought grated cheese has a coating and film on it that prevents it from melting smoothly. To build the gratin, you'll start with some sauce, just enough to cover the bottom of the baking dish or pan that you're using. You'll then layer with your potatoes, overlapping where you can until the bottom is fully covered. Add in 1/3 of the salt and pepper that we have reserved for this, and then just a pinch of fresh thyme. And you'll repeat this process 3 times, but skipping the cheese on the final layer. We're gonna add the cheese after we've baked the dish. The key differences between a traditional scalloped potato and an au gratin potato is cheese, yes, but also most scalloped potatoes are made with a roux sauce, which is essentially flour and butter that's cooked down, add in some milk and cream, where the au gratin is just cream and milk or just cream. And some scalloped potato recipes have added cheese to scalloped potatoes, but that's still made with the thicker roux as opposed to just cream. Also, the cream sauce in the au gratin is infused with garlic and herbs, and it makes such a difference in the dish. Once that's done, cover with aluminum and bake in your preheated oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 hour and 15. Now for the oven. Once it's fully baked and the potatoes are tender, you'll finish with the final layer of cheese and broil for 3 minutes or until the top is nice and golden. Keep an eye on it because it can burn depending on your oven. And there you have the final product. I like to top it with some fresh thyme and you're ready to serve. I will say you should let it rest for about 10 minutes before digging in. I'm using a spatula to dig in, but some people like to use a slotted spoon just to keep the layers and the potatoes together, but I don't mind it like this. And look at that cheesy goodness. I can't wait to dig in. I cannot wait to try this. I am obsessed with potatoes. Never mind a cheesy potato. Let's get some cheese. That is so delicious. And now listen. I'm not saying a scalloped potato is bad. And I'm talking about the traditional scalloped potato that's just milk and cream. But it could be better if you just added some cheese. And that's what the potato au gratin does for me. It's milky, creamy, it's got the Gruyere and the Parmesan. This wins every single time. And I'm sure you're gonna love it as well. But let's do another test. Let's have Miss Avery test this out. Avery!
That's my call to the children, like a call to the wild.
Is she coming?
Yeah.
Hello, Miss Avery.
Hi.
Now, Avery is a potato expert, I would say. So if she says this is a winner, it's a winner, folks. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's a little plane. That's good, right?
You did it again.
All right, folks, there you have it. Let me know how you like it in the comments. Bon appetit.